Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast, Direct Selling Success, Network Marketing Done Right. And today I am so excited to present to you Charlie Day. Charlie is a sales coach. She was my mentor for quite some years while I was building up this business. And a few weeks ago decided to take on a network marketing challenge. So let's chat, Charlie. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited to be here talking about network marketing.
Yes, I know. And this was one thing I never thought that I would be sat on the podcast talking to you about having started your own network marketing journey.
I know. And I never thought that I would really. It isn't something I planned to do. It's not something that's been on my radar to do. But then one day it just made sense to do it. So here I am.
Yeah. So tell people a little bit about what you do and what you've done for many years in your main role as a sales trainer, coach,
Yes. So
agency.
I I help people to make more sales in their business. I'll train people, the business owner, to create a sales strategy that works and to put it in their business. And that's how I started. That was my business in 2020. And then in 2023, I started a sales agency. So I've got an all-female sales team, and we go and do it on behalf of people because time is such a massive thing. And nobody in the online space has a sales team. And actually, if you have a sales team, it can really change everything for you. But prior to doing that, so prior to 2020, when I set this business up that I do now, I was in franchising. That's where I learned to sell. I was head of sales for Phonics with Robot Reg, and I sold franchisers. Before that, I had a theatre school. There's a running joke in my family that I've never had a full-time job, and it's true. I'm self-made, self-taught. And so actually, when you get into network marketing, and also, might I add, I've been an affiliate for a number of different products. When you get into network marketing, it's very similar to franchising.
Yeah.
It's very similar to affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
It's just a different model with a different name. And for some reason, a massive stigma.
Yes. Yeah. So 20 years it's been this month for me in the industry, and I've had that stigma placed on me and what I do and how I live my life for that length of time, which is just the bizarrest thing because it is just another business model.
Literally. Yeah.
Yeah, literally. It's bizarre. And these
And actually,
influencers on social media that are selling these things, talking about, oh, look at this product that so and so is paying me to advertise. What's the difference?
yeah, influencer marketing, right? It's the same. And actually, the whole setup of network marketing, now that I've really got into it, really understood certainly my compensation plan, so clever.
Yeah, isn't it?
It's incredible.
Yeah, it is such a clever model, and it's a really simple model to follow. You meet people, you offer them amazing opportunities, then you teach them to do the same. Done, done. That's the business. And
Indeed.
why is it got such a bad name? I just don't understand.
I have no idea. Why does it have a bad name, Anna? Can you tell me that? Like, do you actually know?
Yeah, I do. So there have been certain companies which have run illegally. So the old pyramid scheme
Mm.
thing that we keep getting told that we are as network marketers. There's certain companies way back when, and still do, that run them so that they are an illegal pyramid scheme. So a pyramid scheme is basically a model where you are recruiting people, but there's nothing for those people to sell.
Right.
So everybody's just recruiting everybody else, and there's not actually any sort of product or service behind it, and the person at the top is just earning from all these people coming in. Totally illegal. The other thing is the unscrupulous way that some people run their network marketing businesses by spamming the world, by making unsubstantiated claims, just by generally being that horrible salesperson that we all like to avoid and block. And I
Mm.
think that's the two things really. And unfortunately, the media grasp on these really negative things, don't they? And go down that route of, oh, it's all bad. They all must be like this. I mean,
Mm.
there's been quite a few prevalent people who have absolutely had the media at their throats with it. And, so and so's mate down the pub, Dave, and his friend once tried it and it failed, so therefore it must all be bad.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, in the online space, there's people doing some dodgy things, but that doesn't mean that I am.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I'm the same. There are some people, both of us are in the sales training space. There are people in the sales training space that do this incredibly badly.
Very true.
And that doesn't spread quite as far. I mean, I suppose it spreads within our industry. We know of this happening. We know of people doing business badly when we're in business, but it doesn't give the whole of that industry, that sales coaching industry, or that mentoring industry, or whatever, a bad name. It just, it's just a few.
Mm,
Whereas with network marketing, it kind of got tarred, everything got tarred with that same brush.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's certainly interesting. And the one thing people have always celebrated my success with me. I've shared my journey on social media.
Yeah.
And I've loved doing that. And I've loved showing people what's possible by doing it myself, right?
Mm.
And I always love the saying, if you can see it, you can be it. And people have said,
Yeah.
oh, because you've done that, I think I can. Brilliant. I want that for people. And so when I came into network marketing and I've been part of the company that I work for now for 3 years already, booking my own travel through it.
Yeah.
And I decided to grow a team because I recognized that there was a lot of people out there who wanted to grow a business who couldn't for various reasons. They didn't have a product to sell or they didn't have the confidence. I think network marketing is a great springboard as well to start a business, to get that confidence. And so I just saw that there was this whole cross section of people. People need more money. The price of things are going up. So I thought, brilliant. Do you know what? I'm going to get involved and I'm going to do this. I was not prepared, Anna, for the pushback I was going to get from some people.
Even after you coaching me through some of those things that I had.
I know, but you don't, do you? Well, yeah, and I guess just because this was just an extra thing that I was adding
Yeah.
on to my business, I maybe didn't think about it in the same way as you going out and teaching people and feeding into that. I didn't necessarily think people would be that bothered. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, sure, Charlie's showing people how they can bring some extra money into their business. Cool. No, no, no. It it went off.
It's bizarre, isn't it? Just
Really.
bizarre. Why do you think people went off?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I've been trying to get my head around it. Is it because I'm validating it and saying, why don't you be an online business owner and add a stream of income through network marketing? And then
Maybe.
everybody starts doing that, and then it changes the industry. And so people are annoyed that I'm going to start changing the industry. There's also people out there. I have always, as you know, supported network marketing. I've
Yeah.
never said a bad name against it because I know I've helped people who do Usborne and Tropic and Arbonne, all the things. I've
Yeah.
helped people to grow and scale their business through learning sales because network marketing is basically a
It's
sales.
sales.
That's what it is. So of course people have come to me, but in the same way that I've helped people in franchising and affiliate marketing and digital marketing, it's exactly the same. So I've never said a bad word against it, but I think people who have said bad word against it and then I've started doing it have been like, hang on a second, this doesn't sit well with me. And then half of me wonders if they're worried that I'm going to do really well with it. And there's an element of jealousy in there.
Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Yeah. Why didn't they think
I've
of it
been fanning
first?
myself on a beach earning six figures passively through my network marketing company.
Six figures in 2 weeks, Charlie, like
Yeah,
those people say.
like,
Oh gosh. Yeah. But you are probably right on all the counts. They're probably triggered by it. They're probably worried about their own businesses, maybe.
yeah.
They're
I
worried
tell
about,
you
I don't
what,
know.
so I'm going into my seventh week. I started building a team on Friday, so going into my seventh week as a network marketer, and I have learned so much. So much. I have always censored myself. I've always been worried what other people will think, what other people will
Yeah.
say, all of those things. So I've censored myself, constantly checking my social media posts before they go out, thinking about what I'm saying before I'm saying it on a live and things like that. Now, people were mad with me. When I announced this, it came as a real shock to people. Don't know why, because I've been doing it for 3 years as well, by the way. It came as a real shock to people. And I haven't been quietly doing it. Like I haven't recruited a team, but I've said that I make commission on holidays and all the things and save money and what. So two people got together off of one of my posts and reported me to head office for being
To IntelliTravel head office.
yeah, so
Yeah.
two completely random people who were angry with me for some reason, unbeknownst to me, reported me to IntelliTravel head office to say that I was being non-compliant. And so IntelliTravel got in touch with me, and they started the email by saying, "We have to take a moment to say congratulations because you are doing so phenomenally well. But just so you know, you can't say this and you can't say this in the same post." I emailed back, "Thank you, like absolutely fine. Like I've only just started out." They were more than understanding. And I actually realized once I posted the post that it was non-compliant.
Yeah.
So, these things happen.
Yeah.
The crime is getting caught, isn't it? So if I get caught, I'll be like, "I'm sorry, won't do it again." Boom. And I only got caught, by the way, because two people sort of ganged up and reported me. So anyway, all that being said, that happened. Now, usually I would have cried into my pillow, but I was like, hang on a minute. For all the reasons we've just said, why
Yeah.
is this happening? What is this about? Why am I? And actually, I felt for a moment how other people feel because I have always been quite supported by my family and my husband and everything, and I have this lovely bubble
Yeah.
around. This is how it feels to not be supported, and I can see why people give up. I can
Yeah.
see why people go into their, it's horrible, absolutely
Yeah.
horrible. And luckily for me, this close circle is like, "Charlie, you're awesome. You're doing it." Me and my husband sat down at length and talked about this. Me and ChatGPT had conversations about it. So, I wasn't going into it blind. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going out again on my Facebook post tonight and I'm going to tell them again that I'm doing this and why I'm doing it and why I believe in it. And I'm going to start painting my vision. I wasn't actually planning to go as big as I did, but it's almost that hate on me that made me think, do you know what? If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it. And people better get ready because they haven't seen anything yet.
Love it. Love it. So we haven't actually told people what this big goal is, the big thing that you've been shouting about for the past few weeks.
So when I started off in the online space, I made six figures in 12 months. I didn't set out to do that. It just happened. And I did not know what I was doing. I was throwing spaghetti at a wall. It was a case of try it and see. And when I realized and it happened, I was like, oh my gosh, how phenomenal. And I've always told this story and been like, anybody can do it. If I can do
Mm?
it, anybody can do it. So and also I wish I'd documented everything and said this is exactly what I did to get there, but obviously I didn't know what I was doing, so I didn't document it. So when I came into this journey, one of the things that I sat down with ChatGPT, no word of a lie, and I knew that I wanted to add an extra income stream because I'd lost an income stream, or I decided to step away from an income stream that was quite big. And I knew I wanted an income stream, and I said I want it to be outside of the online space. I want it to be in a robust industry, but I've only got 1 hour a day to dedicate to it. And I want it to bring me in six figures in the first 12 months. And one of the things it came up with was travel. And I was like, well, I'm already doing that. I'm already doing that. If that can make me six figures in 12 months, then let's do it. Let's go. I can literally start today. Now, ChatGPT did say to me, it's very ambitious. Well, Anna Green, if I'm one thing, it's very ambitious.
You sure are.
So I was like, game on. Let's see if I can make £100,000 in 12 months, document everything in an industry that anybody can rinse and repeat, telling them exactly what I'm doing. Let's go.
Yeah. And it's basically the cost of signing up to a network marketing business. So there's no particular outlay. Learning how to do it and then having the confidence to go out and share that passion for travel with everybody else. And that is basically what network marketing is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. It's so simple, it's so easy, but it's such raw selling as well, which I just love.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
it.
So
And
I
can
know
I
this is going to come up. Oh, go on. Ask me a question first. Go on.
yeah, so could I ask you a question? Do you think I can do it? Do you think that I can make six figures in
Yeah.
network?
Yeah. So the first year I was in network marketing, so we're talking 20 years ago with no internet and no audience, I did £45,000 in sales
Wow.
with no clue whatsoever, basically going into people's houses and setting up a kit of candles and going, here, look, don't these smell nice? Here, some buy some. You could do this too. That was basically it. So if I can do that 20 years ago with absolutely no knowledge of sales and no audience whatsoever in a completely new area and no internet, then yeah, you can smash that.
Because this is the thing, like I've done a plan, of course I have. I've got a
Yeah,
plan, I've got sales targets, I've got all the thing, but I genuinely don't know. I've set up a Facebook group called the 100K Freedom Challenge. Anybody can join it because I genuinely don't know if I can do it or not. That's part of the game.
yeah. The thing is, and with anything like this, and it's what I used to teach my team back in the day, is that if you've got this goal and you go for it, even if you don't hit it, you're going to land somewhere close to it and hit it next time. And a year is it's a long time, and it doesn't seem so long when you're just looking at it from setting a goal point of view, but actually in that amount of time, if you when you break it down, it's not that much. Not in the whole
No.
scheme of holidays, especially, which are, high ticket a lot of the
True.
time. So, yeah. And you have this massive experience in sales and an audience of people who are business owners who travel for business. To me, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, and me. Thanks for the confidence boost. Just wanted to get your view on it.
Well, you know where to come for sales and marketing training for network marketers, Charlie. Talking of the sales thing, and that has led me nicely into what I was going to ask you. I know because it was the same for me. It's all right for her because she's got a sales background. She'll easily do this, but I can't.
Mm.
There's no way I can make that work because I can't do sales. What would you say to people who say that?
It's rubbish. It's absolute rubbish. I can think of a million reasons why you, the general public, can do this better than me because I've got a full-time job. I've still got to do my sales agency. I've got to facilitate my clients. I've got a full-time, more than full-time job. I've got an autistic ADHD 8-year-old. I have got more hate on me probably because I've got more eyes on me. So actually, if I was a stay-at-home mum, let's say, I'd be like, well, you could definitely do better than me because you've got all the hours in the day and you're going to parks and soft plays and all these places where you can natter to people and tell people the opportunity. You're literally networking all day long, aren't you? So,
Yeah,
I think if you're in the mindset of it's okay for you because insert crazy reason why it's okay, that's your own mindset. I think you need to start thinking it's okay for me and looking for all of the reasons why you are going to be really, really successful at this.
yeah, yeah. And that goes for any company, any business, anything at all. Because I remember the amount of people in my team that used to say, well, it's all right for you. You've been doing this years. It's all right for you. You're confident. Well, I am now. But back when I was in your position, doing absolutely nothing with my life and anxious and no confidence and just went into this for escapism, I was where you are now. That's the thing, isn't it, I suppose?
And
It's that
I've had
mindset.
all of this as well because obviously I came into the online space at a really great time. I have built a name for myself in the online space. I go into network marketing, nobody knows who I am, nobody cares who I am.
Yeah.
Nobody, and the other thing I find about the network marketing space is there's no egos. I was sat next to a girl and she was absolutely like, you could tell she really knew what she was talking about. And then later on, my friend said, oh, yeah, she brings in 160,000 a month. And I was like, what? She didn't
Yeah.
mention that. Whereas I think, in the online space, people lead with that. But I feel like there's no egos. But I have got my own mindset things going on. I'm not in here. I didn't get in quick enough. I'm not going to do as well as this person. All of those things, though, they come into your
Yeah.
head. And I have to talk myself down of, no, this, and also you're only in competition with yourself. It's just you. And there's no right time. There's no um, preferential treatment. Everybody gets the same stuff. It's up to you to make this work.
Absolutely. I didn't get in at the start of my company, and I think that's not a bad thing. At least you know that it's an established company with a reputable brand. It's gone through the tried and tested first few years of business and it's not failed. All these things are good. And, the company that you're with, it's got recommended like awards and industry awards and network marketing awards, and it's reputable. So you know this, and you know that it's got a good name. So yeah, I don't think that's the thing either. I think so many people talk about this getting at ground level, you'd be so much better. No point starting when it's an established business. Nah, it's all marketing.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And also, I think there's a lot to be said. I'm not saying don't get in at ground zero,
No,
but
no.
there's a lot to be said because I think you're learning on the job. Whereas I'm coming into something that's already established. So there's a lot of support, and my team is incredible. Like the upline team is incredible. So
Yeah,
actually, I can go in and I could just springboard to success because it's all set up. Whereas I think they struggled to do that. It took them longer because they didn't know what they were doing. So there's pros
yeah.
and cons to everything, aren't there?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you're right in saying the mindset for this because people come in for very different reasons to network marketing. I came in because I'd lost my identity. It wasn't about the money. It became about the money, but the majority of people come in for that, not magic pill, but for a very different reason than earning a lot of money. And I think
Mm.
those people who go into a business with a business head on, whatever the business is, are going to be more successful once they switch that switch. This is a business, this can make me money, rather than, oh, I'm just doing it for a bit of fun.
Yeah.
I'm just doing it for a bit of recognition.
It's like with everything. If you show up to something like it's a business, you're going to
Yeah.
get paid like it's a business. If you show up for something like it's a hobby, you'll get paid like it's a hobby.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And flipping that, I think, is one of the biggest lessons that I had way back when. And it took a lot. I reached the top of my company before that switched. I was quite happily just, recruiting and selling and not earning anything, staying under the tax bracket. And yeah, it was the point of realization for me that actually I've got this business where I'm selling hundreds and hundreds of thousands a year, and my team are, what am I doing? Why am I just playing at this? So yeah, I think it's a big learning curve for a lot of people to switch that business head on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
So
why doing, and actually, this one thing I like about IntelliTravel, they really advertise outside mentors. And I think that, why people buying into you and joining your mastermind and things like that is like, I'm backing myself. I've bought into
yeah,
IntelliTravel, but actually, I'm also going to buy into Anna Green's mastermind because that's how much I believe that I'm going to make this a
yeah,
success. And that's going to give me an edge on other people.
yeah. Personal development is so key. And I think personal development outside of a company just gives you that wider aspect of knowledge and ideas. And I know there was no such thing as network marketing coaches when I was in network marketing. You learnt from your upline, you learnt from the company, and some of it was great, and some of it was not
Yeah.
what you needed. It just didn't work, or it wasn't for me, or it was just too enclosed somehow. So yeah, that extra support is huge. It really is. What was I going to ask you? I've forgotten now. Oh yeah, so far you've 7 weeks in. I want to know what the steps have been so far. So you
In-
went from going, actually, I'm going to do this,
Yeah.
and that's been it.
Yeah, it's almost been like an out of body experience. So I sent Rachel, who's my upline. So I had been a customer of Rachel, and booked all my holidays, and then I figured out how it worked and the fact that she was making commission. I was like, hang on a minute. So this was 3 years ago. I messaged her and said, I'm actually going to sign up. And I think she was a bit gutted because I was obviously spending big on my holidays. So, like most people would be pleased, wouldn't they? But I think she was a bit gutted. So anyway, then I came in and started booking all my own travel myself. And then just randomly one morning, I voice noted her and I said, I'm thinking about growing a team. And she's messaged me back almost straight away, been like, oh my gosh, you would be incredible. And then that was it. It's like she flicked a switch. So I signed up, and in my compensation plan, you got 3 millionaire slots underneath you. So the three people underneath you are really benefiting from. you growing and scaling the team. So I got in touch with three people who I would want to benefit. They're close to me, and said, do you want to join? Some people said no, some people said yes, but I got those three people filled day one. And I was like, right, game on, because you've got to get 9 to unlock the matrix and sort of start earning residual income.
Yeah.
And Rachel messaged me saying that Eric Worre was in London, and I had no clue who he was, by the way.
Yeah, network marketing god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the grandfather of network marketing. And she was like, now that you're a network marketer, you might want to go and see this guy. Anyway, I opened it up thinking, I'm not, come on, don't be ridiculous. It's 10 minutes away from our house. That Saturday, I was completely free. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to go. I'm going to go. And I think that timing, it's like divine timing, because I got in the room with 800 network marketers. He taught me this exact process that you need to do. And you know how great I am with the process. I just took it and ran with it. And I've I haven't done anything crazy. I didn't want to get like 100 people in my team overnight, because I don't want to grow at a scale that I can't onboard people nicely, get them settled, help them out. So yeah, I've just been trickling along, getting people every week sign up and showing them how to book holidays, talking them through it. And obviously I book my own holiday, I book for family and friends as well. So yeah.
Yeah. And 100K by the end of, well, this time next year.
Yeah. And so I got to 20 a couple of weeks ago. I got to 20, which is like quite a poignant place in the business. So Planet Marketing messaged me and they said, we want to feature you on our blog, which was very exciting. And then I also got an email to say that I've won 2 awards at the convention. So there you go. I'm winning.
Amazing.
I love an award and I love an incentive. So I feel like this is going to be great for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So how do you see this, 5 years' time running alongside your sales agency and your coaching business?
So I help business owners make more sales in their business. If they've got a business and they're making sales, great. If they want a business and they can't think of one, then this is an option for them. And then as people grow and scale that business, then they can work with my agency. So I just see it as part of my Ascension model. If you've got
Yeah.
a business and you want an extra income stream like I did, come and join the travel stuff. I've got 20 income streams coming into my business. They say that the average millionaire's got 7. So how many income streams have you got? I'm already earning residual. If I don't do anything, if I step back from my network marketing career after just 7 weeks, I will continue to earn money, £100 a month
Yeah.
for the foreseeable. That blows my tiny mind. Because in my business over here, yes, I'm making money all the time, but I've got to keep delivering and I've got to keep on the treadmill and I love that. It lights me up. It's what I want to do. But the fact that I could create something, and that's me with 30 people, what's it going to be like when I've got 100, 1,000,
Yeah.
10,000? It's a compound effect that, doesn't happen in my other businesses, because although I've been doing it for 5 years and I have got that compound effect, you've got to keep on getting the next client and the next client and delivering the next thing. And so it's a different business model. So yeah, I want it all to grow and scale. I want the sales agency to be something that I can sell. The network marketing thing is willable. I could pass it down to Ernie and he could have that as his business. He could be earning the passive income. And I love to travel, and it's part of my secondary messaging. So it all just fits in.
Yeah. And I think this is what so many standard business owners forget, that, yeah, you can have a business, but you can also have something else. People like us invest in property.
Yeah.
People doing businesses like us, they invest in other businesses. What's the difference?
Nobody turns their nose up at property businesses, do they?
No.
There's a lot of dodgy property people out there, so I don't know why not.
Yeah.
We should start that, shouldn't we, Anna?
What, a dodgy property business?
No!
You've heard it here
Out the
first.
dodgy property business. If you're going to be rude about network marketing, I'm being rude about property businesses.
Sorry, what we're going to start, Charlie? What's the plan?
Starting a revolution, Anna.
I've started it 6 years
Yeah, you
in.
have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
changing the face of network marketing, which is why I wanted you on here because it's just having those people who are willing to talk about their journey and the struggles through it because of what people think and how it aligns with their other businesses and how they want to do it and grow and can see that potential. It just gives that little bit more hope for everybody else and just gives that industry a bit of a better name.
And I think, the one thing that I've learned over the past 7 weeks, and probably I'll come back in a year's time and I'll have different stories to tell because it has only been 7 weeks, but let them. Do you know, like,
Yeah, yeah,
let them have those opinions. My plan is to not rise to it. I'm not gonna get on my high horse and tell people or have arguments with people on the internet. If they want to not agree with network
yeah,
marketing, let them. But I will be showing you with my success that you are wrong. And you will be so sorry that you didn't sign up to my team because we are going big places.
yeah. I love it. And do you know what? It's exactly the same as I say all the time. Just, so what? You have that opinion. That's nice. I'll just get on over here and make some money. Thank you very much. While you sit and wallow. Yeah, yeah,
And also, I celebrate anyone. I'm joking about the property businesses out there,
yeah, yeah,
obviously.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I celebrate everyone, whatever you're going to do. If you're going to get out of bed in the morning and make something for yourself, build a business, get behind a franchise, a network marketing business, a property business, products, subscription boxes, I
yeah,
don't care. Well done, you. Well done for putting yourself out there and going for it. And I want to celebrate people and I want to help people to celebrate themselves. And if people aren't going to do that for me, that's on them.
yeah. Exactly, exactly. Well said. Love it. Thank you so much, Charlie, for coming on. It's been
Thank
an
you for
absolute
having me.
pleasure. Anytime, and you will come back this time next year.
I'm going to come back and tell you that
Yes.
I've made 6 figures in 12 months. I'm going to come and celebrate with you, Anna.
Don't need fingers crossed. I'm crossing my fingers on a podcast, which is completely pointless. But, I don't need to cross my fingers when it comes to you because you'll smash it. I know you
Yeah,
will.
I'm going to make it happen to show other people what's possible. And if anybody wants to follow my journey, it's called the £100,000 Freedom Project on Facebook. I'll send you the link. I'm Charlie Day Sales on Instagram. If you want to follow me, I would love to chat to you.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Anna.